Everyone, let me show you how to do number 8 for homework 6.4 to 6.7. It asks you to use normal approximation to find the probability of the indicated number of voters. So assume you have 100 voters randomly selected, and suppose previous studies show that among eligible voters aged like this intervals, 22 of them voted. So in this case, you want to use the normal approximation for the binomial distribution. So first, you list down what is the parameters for binomial distribution. So here you have n equal to 100, p equal to 0.22, and q is 1 minus p, which is 0.78. So for the first step, you want to check what is n times p and what is n times q. Are they all bigger than 5? If that is true, you can keep using the normal approximation. So what you do is go to StatCrunch, go to data compute expression. So this is worked as a calculator. You calculate 100 times 0.22, which is 22. It's good, it's bigger than 5. Then let's check n times q. So 100 times q, which is 0.78. And again, it's bigger than 5. So for number 1 here, so check, this is good. So we can keep going to using the normal approximation here. So you will use the normal approximation. So x is distributed, also approximated to be distributed with the normal distribution with the parameter mean equal to n times q and the standard deviation equal to the square root of n times p times q. And you want both of them. What is the n times p and what is the square root of n times p times q? Okay, so it's for n times p, you already have it here. It's 100 times 0.22, which is 22. And the square root of n times p times q, you want to calculate that. So it's the square root SQRT of 100 times 0.22 times 0.78. And if you compute, you can get it's this number here. I will just Control C to copy that number into my standard deviation here, which I will use later on. And what the question is asking is to get the probability that fewer than 26 of them voted. So you know you need to do the 0.5 correction. So for fewer than, what kind of correction should you make? If you go to the slides, fewer than, it's the fourth line here, is to the left of this whatever value minus 0.5. So in this case, it should be to the left of 25.5. So what they are asking is the probability. Okay, let me do this. So the probability of x smaller than 25.5. Okay, so this is what they are asking you. So you have everything. You have the normal distribution of x, and you want to calculate what's the probability of x smaller than 25.5. So now you are ready to go to StatCrunch. So you go to StatCrunch, you go to Stat, Calculators, use normal approximation. So go to normal. Mean is 22. Standard deviation is this number, 4 point something. You can copy it here. And you want the x to be less or equal to 25.5. You compute, you get this probability is your final answer. So if you look at that, you want to put it in and round to 4 decimal place. Okay.